Imagine going on a road trip with your loving fiancé, believing it was going to be a wonderful adventure with just the two of you in it, only for it to turn into a complete and utter nightmare. It might sound like a movie, but this was the case for 22-year-old Gabby Petito. You see, after going on a cross-country road trip with her 23-year-old fiancé, Brian Laundrie, she was reported missing after disappearing. To give you some insight about the couple, Brian and Gabby were your typical high school sweethearts at Bayport Blue Point High School, which was in Bayport, New York. Gabby is an aspiring blogger and YouTuber, with thousands of fans on a YouTube channel called Nomadic Static, which showcases the couple's cross-country trek. And by 2019, the couple had moved from Blue Point to Northport to live with Brian's parents. By July of 2020, Gabby had announced in an Instagram post that Brian had proposed to her. And a year later, the couple went out on a trip from Blue Point, New York, to Oregon on July 2, 2021, in a white converted camper van. And like most couples on social media today, they documented their travels online along the way. The couple posted to Instagram, telling everyone they made a trip to Kansas, Colorado, and Utah. And they would post on Instagram and TikTok quite often, using the hashtag #vanlife. They even uploaded a YouTube video on August 19th, featuring their travels over the past 2 years. Downsizing our life to fit into this itty-bitty van was the best decision we've ever made. With the limited space, we wanted to take advantage of every inch, while also keeping everything minimalist, Brian wrote on a July 4th Instagram post. But during their trip in Wyoming, Gabby's family had lost contact with her. And the last time Gabby's family heard anything from her was when she told them she was visiting a Wyoming national work on August 25th. But she was last seen on August 24th, after leaving a Salt Lake City hotel in Utah. But Gabby's mother, Nicole Schmidt, revealed she had received texts from her daughter's phone until August 30th, but is unsure who actually sent the texts to her. What gets stranger is that 10 days later, on September 1st, Brian had returned to the couple's shared home in Northport, Florida with the white van, but without Gabby. Now, keep in mind that this couple had intended to reach Oregon by Halloween, according to their social media accounts, but Gabby vanished after her last known contact with family. So her family immediately reported her missing whereabouts to the police, and by Wednesday, Brian was officially named a person of interest in his fiancée's disappearance. What's weird though, is that the police reported that Brian had refused to cooperate with them and was hindering their investigation. And Gabby's family has publicly called out Brian for not helping authorities locate their daughter. Brian hasn't been charged with any crimes, but it didn't take long before the FBI and the Suffolk County Police Department to start assisting Northport police in their investigation. And on August 12th, Moab Police Department in Utah did release a body cam footage based on an altercation they responded to between Brian and Gabby. Here's a small sample of what happened on that footage.
What's going on? How come you're crying?
I'm crying. We've just been fighting this morning. Some personal issues.
It was a long day. We were camping yesterday and camping got supplies and stuff.
I'm sorry I hit the bump there.
I was distracting him from driving. I'm sorry.
Can I get you to step out of the vehicle for me now?
Yeah.
Just hang tight right there. Do you mind if I take your keys and just put them on your hood?
Yeah, buddy. I'm so
Thank
sorry.
you. Oh no, you're fine.
This is a very, very important question. How you answer this question is going to determine what happens next. But the only person who can answer this question is you. Think very hard before you answer the question. Do not quickly answer. Think very hard. When you slapped him those times, were you attempting to cause him physical pain or physical impairment? Was that what you were attempting to do to him? What were you attempting to do? What was the reason behind the slapping and stuff? What was it you were attempting to accomplish by slapping?
I was trying to get him to stop calling me pumpkin.
Well, it doesn't sound to me like she attempted to injure him. It's your call.
In that hour-long video, it was seen that Brian and Gabby had been arguing all morning, and it started when Brian climbed into the van with dirty feet. Police said that he had visible scratches on his arms, face, and neck, and that Gabby had admitted to slapping him when she thought he was going to leave her in Moab. You see, the two had been traveling together for several months, and the closeness created an emotional strain, leading to more arguments between the pair. No charges were filed, and there were no significant injuries, police said. But the officers did recommend the couple sleep in separate places for the night, so they could reset their mental states without interferences from one another. And Stephen Bertolino, Brian's family's attorney, issued this statement. In my experience, intimate partners are often the first person law enforcement focuses their attention on, in cases like this, and the warning that any statement made will be used against you is true, regardless of whether my client had anything to do with Ms. Petito's disappearance. As such, on the advice of counsel, Mr. Laundrie is not speaking on this matter. So far, police said that Brian is invoking his Fifth Amendment right to not speak upon this matter, and as you heard previously, his attorney had advised him not to talk either. As of today, Petito's family is pleading with his parents to help locate their missing daughter. And Northport police reported that Brian's family told him that they have not seen him since Tuesday, September 14th. So as of today, the investigation has become a multiple missing person case. But to give you an idea of Gabby's descriptions, she's 5 foot, 5 inches tall, has blonde hair, blue eyes, and a tattoo on her arm with flowers and a, let it be, tattoo. As for Brian's description, he's 5 foot, 8 inches tall, weighs 160 pounds with brown eyes, short brown hair, and trimmed facial hair. Anyone with information should call Crime Stoppers at 1-800-220-TIPS. But that's it for disappearance cases today. But if you have any suggestions for me, feel free to let me know in the comments below.